I don't know if you've seen those exoskeletons where you actually fit your arms and your feet and your legs. Your knees are clamped in, your legs are clamped in, your elbows, your wrists, even your fingers have these exo external look like gloves. And there's a piece that runs up and down your back, up and down your chest, and when you move, that exoskeleton has a tremendous amount of resilience and strength. I don't know how they do it, whether it's electric motors or hydraulics, whatever energy is flowing through that exoskeleton lets you pick up hundreds and hundreds of pounds as if it was only a sack of flour. You can stand up, you can raise, you can run faster, all these things if you're inside this human-shaped machine. It's pretty amazing to watch. And there are variations on this. And when I say, when I'm in that, I'm as strong as anybody could be. I can run as fast as anyone could run when I'm in that. But when I'm out on my own, boy, there are a lot of people that can pick up more things. They can run faster. They can stand up quicker. They can lift. They can push far more than I can. But when I'm in that, there's a whole different level of competition. When I'm in that, I can outrun you. When I'm in that, I can outlift you. I can bench press. I can leg press. I can do all these amazing things that are actually impossible without it. And the Apostle Paul is comparing having the presence of Christ in his life with the impossibilities of dealing with all these problems of life without Christ. And this is kind of the conclusion where we are now. But he said all these things, all these experiences, all these circumstances that he has endured faithfully, he has been able to live through them. And as he's living through them, people are seeing the character of Christ, the power of God demonstrated through the life of the Apostle Paul, through his weaknesses when he was stoned. The whole purpose of a stoning is to execute someone. When he was stoned, when he was beaten, when he was challenged with all these experiences, the weakness of the flesh was obvious. And yet he survived them and thrived and continued preaching the gospel. Even with this thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment him, to keep him from becoming arrogant, he recognized, only highlighted the weakness of the flesh, the weakness of mine. And here he says, that is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I'm strong. When I am weak, and if you only read this one verse, it doesn't really make sense. But when I am weak, then the words of God come echoing down through the ages where he says, my grace is enough for you. For where you're weak, there the strength of God is revealed. When you endure challenging circumstance, whether it's physical, emotional, financial, in any area of your life, when you endure a circumstance that demonstrates how weak we really are, and you come through on the other side, you're able to turn around and say, look how strong God is. And that's the whole point. And so Paul is able to say, I rejoice in all these troubles. I rejoice in all these difficulties and persecutions. I rejoice in the hardships, in the insults, and in my weakness. Because then people can see Jesus. Then they can see and recognize the awesome power of God. When I'm weak, that's really when I'm strong. And we walk by faith, not by sight. And all these things that he has listed force us to fix our eyes on Jesus, to keep our hope fixed on Jesus, because every one of these kinds of circumstances, the misery and the weakness and the difficulties and the troubles and the trials, the beatings and the dangers from within and without, all force us to recognize that my hope is not in me. My hope is not in my abilities, my experience, my education. My hope is in Jesus. And so when we fix our eyes on Jesus and fully, completely trust in him, then what used to bring a natural distress now brings a supernatural delight. And people look at you and think, I don't know what you've got, but I want it. Explain it to me. And then we tell them, God loves you. And I get to tell you that today. God loves you. It all hangs on that. And then through his love and with his love, we can love all those around us. God bless you today and draw you close to him.